12 years ago, amidst the melancholy decay of a block of flats in a city perpetually shrouded in nocturnal darkness, I stumbled upon a narrative, a story that would be indelibly etched into the labyrinthine corridors of my dreamscape.
It was not a story for the faint of heart, but one that
beckoned with a chilling allure, heralded by the haunting sobriquet Emily. My first rendezvous with Emily took place on an abysmal night when the moon had abandoned the skies, leaving the crumbling corridors of this abandoned building shrouded in an oppressive silence.
the air.
Itself groaned under the weight of countless long-buried secrets, and the creaking floorboards mourned the torment of souls who had once sought solace here, only to be abandoned to the relentless, enigmatic embrace of cosmic despair. But Emily, she defied the exodus of her
Former neighbors, she lingered, an ephemeral ember at the heart of this Stygian abyss. Her apartment had become a desolation, bereft of the warmth of life.
A solitary, feeble light bulb cast macabre shadows on the cracked walls, revealing her emaciated form and the abyss that resided in her gaze.
Approaching her was an act guided by an almost supernatural compulsion, as if cosmic strings were orchestrating this fateful encounter.
Emily's voice emanated in trembling, almost ethereal tones, a mere whisper amidst the void. Emily's chronicle
Unfolded, weaving a grotesque tapestry of existence, dominated by the ever-encroaching shadows and relentless spectre of hideous horrors.
She recounted her captivity in a nearby institution, once a sanctuary of healing, now a crucible seething with eldritch malevolence. Tormented, she confessed, by the anguished cries of the abandoned and the tormenting laments of long-forgotten souls.
Her life had become a never-ending nightmare, punctuated by eerie reverberations echoing through the sterile, pale corridors, a cacophony only she could hear.
Uncanny apparitions plagued her nights, their eerie prisons haunting her with each ghostly visitation.
Her tales seemed to straddle the line between the surreal and the incomprehensible, but the trembling timbre of her voice and the terror that gripped her eyes were undeniable. Emily harbored a grim conviction that the hospital staff had ulterior motives, hiding sinister intentions beneath their pristine white coats and veneer of benevolence. She claimed with unwavering conviction that the drugs she was forcibly given
had turned her into a ghost of her former self. These mind-altering elixirs clouded her thoughts and trapped her in a quagmire of perpetual confusion.
She remained convinced that their ultimate aim was to plunge her into the abyss of schizophrenia, to rob her of her mind, and above all, to plunder her inheritance, an opulent fortune left by a cryptic, long-forgotten relative.
As Emily spun her tale of terror, the room itself seemed to be consumed by an unfathomable chill, its very walls pulsing with her anguish. An indomitable
fear crawled up my spine, mingling with the skepticism that tugged at the edges of my irrationality. Yet for all my trepidation, her story clung to my consciousness like an unyielding cosmic entity. Unknown to me at the time, my decision to delve further into Emily's
enigmatic tale would unfold a tangled tapestry, a tapestry woven from threads of deceit, betrayal, and darkness that transcended the boundaries of mortal understanding. As the shadows deepened, I would come to question the very fabric of reality, for the
harrowing truth hidden within Emily's haunting words began to manifest itself, and the cosmic horrors lurking on the periphery began their inexorable descent upon the fragile bastion of my sanity.
In my relentless pursuit of Emily's unnerving narrative,
the days inexorably melted into a surreal, never-ending twilight.
Her story, an intricate mosaic of fear and intrigue, captivated my curiosity like a moth drawn inexorably to an elusive cosmic flame. Yet with each fleeting moment, a gnawing dread nibbled at the edges of my consciousness, whispering that I was descending into a realm of terror from which the notion of escape was but an illusory phantom.
Within the desolate confines of Emily's apartment, we carved out a secret sanctuary, a refuge where
her terrifying ordeal could be discussed free from the prying gaze of cosmic malevolence.
She would confide in me, her voice a trembling instrument, recounting inexplicable events that defied mortal reckoning. It was during one of these secret meetings that I witnessed the sinister influence that had ensnared Emily's fragile existence. She unveiled the pills they had forced her to take, each one a grotesque emblem of her daily torment. Their deleterious effects were evident in the pallor of her skin and the
abyss that had swallowed the brightness of her once vibrant eyes. As the nights wore on, I too began to notice the bizarre occurrences that Emily had so passionately described.
Murmured voices echoed through the apartment, their utterances shrouded in incomprehensible malevolence.
Esoteric symbols manifested on the walls, etched in what appeared to be old-worldly ichor, their origins buried in unfathomable darkness.
Inanimate objects moved with sentient intent, and eldritch shadows cavorted in the farthest reaches of the room, whispering secrets of a cosmic nature that I dared not contemplate.
It was as if the very fabric of reality had unraveled within the unholy confines of this apartment, and my grip on sanity teetered dangerously on the brink.
Sleep turned into a spectral stranger, and when it did deign to visit, it brought visions so nightmarish that the line between waking and the abyss of cosmic terror blurred into an amorphous realm.
Emily's conviction that the hospital staff had insidious designs on her inheritance grew stronger with each passing day. I could not help but ponder the malevolent motives that lurked beneath their veneer of benevolence and clinical detachment. In my relentless quest to unravel the mystery, I descended deeper into the abyss, uncovering a trail of deceit and betrayal that extended far beyond the sterile walls of the accursed hospital.
Documents hidden in the shadowy vaults of the city's archives hinted at a diabolical plot, one that intertwined Emily's legacy with a tapestry of sinister forces determined to claim it. The further I ventured, the clearer it became that Emily's story was no mere delusion, but a malevolent symphony of manipulation and betrayal. It was a story in which the boundaries between the mundane and the cosmic were blurred, leading to a nightmarish abyss from which the concept of escape might prove to be the ultimate illusion. I wandered through the pages of reality and unreality, and the foundations of sanity crumbled under the insurmountable weight of the unfathomable. In the shadowy confines of Emily's apartment, the unsettling whispers, once mere echoes of cosmic mystery, had swelled into an inescapable cacophony. Each step deeper into the abyss of our pursuit intensified the malevolent grip, as if the cosmos itself was conspiring to ensnare us in a labyrinthine web of secrets and horrors, entangling Emily's fragile existence.
Emily herself, her frailty worsening with each passing day, clung tenaciously to the belief that salvation lay in the sinister machinations of the drugs and the nefarious motives of the hospital's enigmatic staff.
The stakes rose to unimaginable heights. Their inheritance was the coveted prize, and
existential dread loomed like an ever-present spectre. Our relentless quest led us to scour every hidden corner of their desolate sanctuary, our eyes constantly searching for hidden signs that might reveal the hospital's eerie secrets. It was during one of these eerie nocturnal investigations that a hidden niche in her bedroom yielded a disturbing trove of documents, each more macabre than the last.
The cryptic pages revealed a clandestine operation run by a shadowy cabal that had infiltrated the very heart of the asylum.
These conspirators had a vested interest in maintaining Emily's fragile state. As I meticulously dissected the papers, their sinister motives unfolded like a nightmare from the abyss. Their sinister agenda went far beyond simple
inheritance theft.
They sought to use Emily as a pawn in a grand, unfathomable cosmic game.
Names were erased, identities swallowed by the cosmic void, yet an ominous sigil, grotesque and pervasive, whispered of an ancient, malevolent order that
had lurked in the cosmic shadows for untold eons, tugging at the threads of existence from beyond the veil.
My revelation to Emily solidified her resolve, her determination to uncover the truth of the conspiracy hardening like an ancient relic turned to stone. We recognized the relentless race against time, as the tendrils of her mind constricted with each insidious dose of malevolent medication. But as we descended deeper into the heart of this eldritch conspiracy, we were confronted with ever more malevolent manifestations that defied mortal understanding. Apparitions, ethereal echoes of long-dead souls, roamed the apartment, their mournful laments a ghostly dirge for the hospital's tortured history. The walls themselves bled a profane
ichor, the origin of which eluded the bounds of earthly science.
And those hideous whispers, insidious and relentless, transcended the physical realm and entered our consciousness like a relentless, cosmic symphony of madness.
With each passing day, Emily and I found ourselves further entangled in the malevolent web of cosmic conspiracies and unrelenting fear that clung to their existence.
The apartment, once a sanctuary of mundane life, had become a nightmarish labyrinth, a realm where the
boundaries between reality and delirium crumbled like ancient ruins.
The cryptic emblem that had manifested itself in the documents haunted our thoughts and plagued our dreams.
It carried the weight of eons, a symbol that whispered of hidden histories, buried beneath the veil of ordinary existence.
Our investigation led us down a twisted path of obscure rituals and forbidden knowledge, a sinister tapestry woven through time, echoing with the malevolence of ages past. Despite the chilling apparitions and otherworldly manifestations that plagued us, Emily's determination remained unwavering. She believed that the hospital staff had designs on both her heritage and her sanity, and unraveling the purpose behind the eldritch rites and unmasking them. Identities of the shadowy puppeteers orchestrating this cosmic nightmare became her all-consuming obsession. Together, we ventured deeper into the heart of the city, seeking answers from its darkest recesses.
We met souls who had once been inmates
Of the same asylum, whose tales echoed Emily's torment, painting a grotesque mural of a conspiracy that spanned the annals of time.
as we delved further into the heart of this abysmal conspiracy. The edges of our own sanity began to fray like ancient
Scrolls left to the ravages of time, the whispers, once faint as distant echoes, now swelled into a cacophonous chorus of cosmic torment. They spoke of unholy pacts, arcane knowledge, and an agenda that stretched beyond the boundaries of reality itself. The tapestry of existence seemed to unravel around us, and we witnessed apparitions that defied the natural laws of the universe. Our surroundings morphed into grotesque, nightmarish vistas where the distinction between the living and the dead blurred.
into an incoherent phantasmagoria.
But amidst this maddening chaos, Emily unearthed a revelation that shattered the fragile fabric of our understanding. The history of the hospital was tainted by an evil legacy of unholy experimentation, and the true purpose of the mind-altering drugs unfolded with chilling clarity. It was not to plunge Emily into schizophrenia, but to awaken a dormant cosmic force that had lain dormant for countless generations.
The conspirators, it seemed, were but puppets in the
Service of an ancient and malevolent order that sought to harness this awakened potential to its nefarious cosmic ends.
Emily's legacy held the key to unlocking this forbidden power, a power that could warp the very fabric of the cosmos, plunging it
Into a nightmarish abyss of unimaginable horrors, in the unfathomable depths of the enigmatic conspiracy that engulfed Emily's fragile existence. We balanced precariously on the precipice of both revelation and annihilation. The malevolent orchestrators
of this ominous symphony had risen to the zenith of their power, subjecting us to horrors that transcended not only the constraints of human reason, but the very fabric of existence itself.
the eerie emblem that had haunted our waking and dreaming.
Ours took on a more foreboding significance, morphing into an arcane sigil, an ethereal portal to a realm that defied human comprehension. Emily's enigmatic legacy, we soon realized, held the elusive key to unlocking this otherworldly power, and the relentless conspirators had an unwavering determination to use it for their nefarious purposes. As we navigated the labyrinthine web of deceit, the incessant whispers that had tormented us revealed a nightmarish truth. The ancient orders secretly
Masterminding this cosmic conspiracy stood on the precipice of its sinister goal. Emily's already fragile psyche, teetering on the brink of madness, held the potential to unleash unimaginable terror upon the world.
reality itself began to unravel around
Us, exposing us to entities from unfathomable realms, eldritch abominations that shattered the laws of physics and reason. The walls that separated the dimensions disintegrated, plunging us into a chaotic abyss of ever-changing nightmares and unfathomable cosmic horrors. It was in the midst of these harrowing encounters that Emily's latent power began to manifest.
with a single thought. She could manipulate the very fabric of reality, creating and destroying with terrifying ease. But this newfound mastery took a terrible toll. Her sanity dangled by a gossamer thread, and the line between savior and destroyer became ominously blurred. As we grappled with the malevolent forces closing in on us from all sides, a revelation of profound fear shattered the fragile foundations of our understanding. The ancient order guiding this eldritch conspiracy bore a name: the Eidolon Covenant, a secret sect that had cast its sinister shadow over history for countless centuries. Armed with eldritch knowledge and insidious intentions, they sought to plunge the world into an abyss of chaos and unrelenting suffering.
Emily's power and heritage served as the catalyst for her apocalyptic
Vision, and we were acutely aware that the sands of time were slipping through our fingers, the impending cataclysm drawing ever closer. The fate of humanity itself hung in the balance, between salvation and the all-encompassing darkness that
loomed on the horizon. The chilling crescendo of our odyssey brought us face to face with the inexorable horrors lurking within the abyss of the Eidolon Covenant's malevolent designs. Emily's burgeoning power, an eldritch force capable of
reshaping the very fabric of reality, loomed ominously over us like the sword of Damocles.
the conspiracy was entrenched in the labyrinthine corridors of the asylum, where the line between sanity and madness dissolved into a grotesque ballet. The walls themselves seemed to pulse with malevolent intent, and the whispers of cosmic dread intensified as we ventured deeper into the heart of this Stygian abyss.
The Eidolon Covenant's sinister endgame came into terrifying focus, an impending
Cataclysm that would plunge the world into an abyss of unrelenting chaos and suffering.
Emily's inheritance, a powerful catalyst, served as the linchpin binding together their insidious plot.
To avert the impending apocalypse, we were forced to confront the Covenant head-on and thwart their malevolent agenda. Our encounters with the Covenant's enigmatic agents were marked by harrowing battles that transcended the laws of the mundane world. These adversaries wielded powers beyond mortal comprehension, a testament to the unholy forces they had harnessed over the centuries. Emily's newfound abilities, though formidable, took a heavy toll on her fragile psyche. The line between savior and destroyer became increasingly blurred, and the incessant whispers of malevolence threatened to push her over the edge and into the abyss of madness. Amidst the maelstrom of chaos and terror, we uncovered the Covenant's ultimate weapon, an unholy ritual that would unleash untold horrors upon the world. The convergence of ancient artifacts, forbidden knowledge, and Emily's latent cosmic power would serve as the key to shattering the very foundation of existence.
In a climactic battle fought in the abandoned
halls of the hospital, Emily's indomitable will clashed with the malevolent power of the Covenant.
Reality itself trembled under the weight of our confrontation.
The horrors we faced transcended the fragile limits of human understanding, and the outcome remained a precarious balance teetering on the brink of annihilation until the final, heart-stopping moment.
The cataclysmic confrontation between Emily, the harbinger of untapped cosmic power, and the insidious Eidolon Covenant reached
a nightmarish crescendo that reverberated through the very fabric of existence.
Within the decaying and abandoned corridors of the asylum, a battle of cosmic proportions was being waged, transcending the confines of time and space. Reality itself
bent and twisted under the immense strain of our titanic struggle.
The once haunting whispers that had plagued our journey now crescendoed into a symphony of madness, a cacophony of despair that pierced the very core of our souls. As Emily's cosmic power reached its zenith, her sanity hung precariously by a thread.
The Covenant's malevolent agents, wielding powers beyond mortal comprehension, threw the full force of their dark power into the apocalyptic ritual that would shatter the world. In those terrible moments, the line between savior and destroyer was irrevocably blurred.
Emily's choices became the fulcrum on which the fate of the world hung.
Would she channel her eldritch abilities to thwart the Covenant's nefarious ambitions?
Or would the all-consuming despair consume her and allow the ritual to reach its terrible climax?
The clash between Emily's indomitable will and the Covenant's relentless malevolence reached its climax.
Reality itself trembled under the titanic
forces at play,
and the world seemed to be teetering on the brink of oblivion.
In a heart-stopping climax that defied comprehension, Emily's power erupted in a blinding crescendo of light and cosmic energy. The very earth trembled, and the Covenant agents were swept up in a storm of unfathomable power. The ritual that threatened to rip the fabric of existence apart was shattered, its malevolent energy scattered into the cosmic void. As the cataclysmic storm subsided, we found ourselves
standing amidst the shattered remains of the hospital.
The Covenant agents lay defeated, their sinister plot reduced to smoldering ruins, but the price of victory had been exorbitant.
Emily's fragile psyche, ravaged by the unfathomable
cosmic power she had harnessed, had been pushed to the brink of madness. She now stood on the brink of a deep abyss of despair, her very being tainted by the eldritch forces she had unleashed. Our journey, which had begun with whispers of
sinister and malevolent plots, ended with a chilling revelation: the eternal struggle between light and darkness, reason and madness, would continue unceasingly.
The abyss had been confronted, but its echoes lingered in the recesses of our minds, a haunting reminder that the cosmic forces lurking beyond the boundaries of human understanding could never be truly banished. Hey there, YouTube FAM.
Welcome back to our channel. You won't believe what happened to us on a stormy summer night a few years back. It's a story we'll never forget. And today, we're spilling all the spine-tingling details.
So, grab your popcorn, dim the lights, and get ready for a tale that'll
Keep you on the edge of your seat. My name is Marcus, and this chilling encounter unfolded in June of 2019.
Picture this, it was a week and a half after school, let out for the summer. I had invited my cousins Demetrius, Trayvon, and Jamal for an epic sleepover to celebrate my 13th birthday. We were pumped, thinking it was going to be a night filled with laughter, video games, and junk food.
But little did we know, the night would take an incredibly sinister turn.
After hours of Fortnite and snacks, we decided to venture outside for some late night fun. The stormy weather couldn't deter us, we chose to play manhunt in my backyard.
Our backyard was spacious, with a dense forest on one side,
and our deck, shed, and other structures on the other. It was the perfect setting for an epic game. We split into teams, Demetrius and Jamal versus me and Trayvon.
Our hiding spot, the woods, while the seekers started inside the house. As the game began, something strange unfolded.
I hid behind a tree, keeping an eye on Demetrius and Jamal, but Trayvon was nowhere to be seen. That's when I noticed a figure in dark clothing darting towards the woods.
At first, I thought it was Trayvon, but then Trayvon emerged from under the deck, screaming for us to stay away from the figure.
It hit me like a punch in the gut. That wasn't Trayvon running into the woods. Panic surged through us, and I yelled a call of the game. We rushed inside, but Demetrius stayed by the window, watching for any sign of the mysterious figure.
My parents were out of town, and we were alone. Then the unimaginable happened.
We heard glass shatter, heavy footsteps, and Demetrius screaming in terror.
We knew we had to escape.
Jamal called 911, and Trayvon armed himself with a screwdriver.
As the stranger tried to break in, Trayvon swung the door open, and the man's impossibly wide grin sent shivers down our spines.
In desperation, Trayvon struck him with the screwdriver, and we bolted out of the house. The police arrived, and we watched as they arrested the man. To this day, that night remains etched in our memories as the scariest encounter of our lives. In the years that followed, we've often wondered about that mysterious grinning stranger. Who was he? What were his intentions?
Why did he target us? These questions have haunted us ever since. This night, which seemed like an innocent sleepover, changed our lives forever. We've learned to trust our instincts and prioritize safety.
And as for Demetrius, well, he recently shared some new information about that terrifying night. As we grow older, this experience serves as a constant reminder of the darkness that can lurk in unexpected places.
It's a story we'll carry with us for the rest of our lives, a story we hope will inspire others to stay vigilant and safe.
That's a wrap for today's spine-chilling adventure. If you've had a similar encounter or want to share your thoughts on our story, please drop a comment down below.
And if you're new here, don't forget to join our amazing community by subscribing. We'll be back with more thrilling tales, so stay tuned and stay safe.
Until next time, remember to keep your guard up and never underestimate the power of a creepy grin.
Take care, and we'll catch you in the next video.
Thanks for joining us on this eerie journey. Until next time.